Hello ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning into Express Drives. I'm your host Mohit Bhardwaj and I have one exciting news to share with you folks. Well, you can now buy the Porsche Taycan EV and the Taycan Cross Turismo in the Indian market. The cars are already launched and prices start at around rupees 1.5 crores. And today I am with the Taycan EV itself, and in this detailed walkthrough video, I'll be telling you all that the Taycan EV comes with. But before that, if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel yet, do that right now. Also press on that tiny little bell icon to stay notified for all our future uploads. The Porsche Taycan EV, well, it looks drop dead gorgeous and the stance is every bit Porsche. So let's kick things off with the design first. If you look at its front face, you have these sleek, slender looking 4 LED headlamps. They are matrix LED units and they're said to be really functional at the night. And these air curtains, they are functional and help the wheels and the brakes to cool off. And you also have this frunk over here, which we'll show you in a bit. But if we move towards the side, the standard wheel size is 20 inches. You can upgrade to 21 inches as well. And the silhouette, well, there's some Panamera over here and in a more functional avatar, I would say. But these door handles, well, they sit flush and they only reach out to you when required. But if we move on to the rear end, well, there's a bit of 911 over there. Yes, the legendary 911, and that is nothing wrong at all. There's a slim LED bar which looks really great, and the diffuser, it is practical and looks bespoke. The roof line tapers down and you have two roof options. Either you can get an aluminum roof or you can have a fixed glass pane panoramic sunroof. So what do you think about the Taycan EV's design? Let us know in the comments below. For now, we'll hop inside and see how many touchscreen displays do we get over here. On the inside, the Porsche Taycan EV again feels very much like a Porsche. The dashboard, it is low slung and you sit really close to the ground. If I start with the steering wheel, it is a very typical Porsche steering wheel. There are 3 spokes and you have exposed screws over here that make the overall package looks very performance worthy, and touchscreens are said to be a part of the future. And since Porsche Taycan EV is a ride from the future, that is what at least I feel. There are 5 touch enabled displays over here. If I start with the instrument console, it is a 16.8 inch curved display and it is touch enabled. And this 10.9 inch infotainment unit, this is a touchscreen as well, and you get a dedicated touchscreen display for the passenger as well. If I talk about the climate control unit, it is a touch enabled unit too. Well, there are 4 of them in the front row itself, and since this car has a 4-zone climate control, the rear seat occupants also get a touch panel for their own AC and blower control settings. If I talk about practicality, well, there are 2 cup holders over here. You also get a glove box, which is not too big, at least considering this car's size. It is 5 meters long, more than 2 meters wide and only 1.3 meters tall. But the space on the inside is more than what you would expect, and the seats, they would hold you very firmly on the tightest of the turns. And for charging duties, you get a wireless phone charger right beneath this front armrest. That is exciting as well. And this roof, it's a fixed pane panoramic sunroof. You cannot open it, but it lets a lot of light come in, which again is not a bad thing at all. But if I talk about space, well, I have a lot of headroom over here. Even the shoulder room is great, and if I talk about leg room and knee room, they are on par. Plus the materials and the fit finish level over here, they are ultra luxurious and upmarket. All of these materials are bespoke, soft finish, and you do not feel like you are sitting in a cost-cutted electric vehicle. After all, it is a 1.5 crore car. Plus, now move on to the rear seat and see how spacious they are. Well, on the rear seat, you can seat 2 occupants, not 5 over here. But if we talk about headroom, it is more than enough. And if you talk about leg room and the knee room, it is more than enough as well. And the 5th touchscreen that I was talking about while on the front seats, it is here. you can control your blower settings and your temperature settings via this. But one interesting thing over here is that the floor is not high, considering that batteries are mounted under the floor. You have ample under thigh support over here so that your journeys are comfortable. And if we talk about the boot space, let's just pop it up and have a look. The most exciting aspect of the Porsche Taycan EV is said to be its performance. But since we are not driving this car today, I'll try to keep my personal opinions away from this video. But if I talk about the paper, I mean the spec sheet, well, the Taycan EV has a lot on offer. It gets two motors, one mounted on each axle, one on the front, one on the rear, and there's a big battery pack here, which gives it a claimed range of around 484 kilometers. But what range does it give in the real world conditions in the Indian road scenario? That is what we'll tell you when we get this car to drive. But if we talk about numbers, the full-blown Turbo S variant comes with more than 700 horsepower and 1015 Newton meter of peak torque, and all of these numbers give it a very small figure for the 0 to 100 kmph sprint, 2.8 seconds. That is what the Porsche Taycan EV takes to show the 100 kmph mark on the speedo from a standstill. If we talk about its top speed, it is limited at 260 kmph. And with all of these numbers, it seems like a fast car to me. And if I talk about the equipment, you have the option to choose between Porsche surface coated brakes, or you can get the ceramic brakes on the Taycan EV. Moreover, you have adaptive suspension where you can also raise or lower the height depending upon the drive modes. Well, the steering wheel comes with a drive mode selector, and that is what gives you the access to the overboost mode. So now, this was all about the Taycan EV, and what do you guys think of this electric 4-door saloon, which I'm certainly a big fan of now? Let us know in the comments below. Also, if you like this video and the Taycan EV, share this video with your friends, your family and colleagues. For now, I'm your host Mohit Bhardwaj taking a leave. If you like this video, do not forget to press that thumbs up button. Take care.